Hey guys, here in Denver for Indo Expo. I'm downtown right now. What I want to show you is in the back, that brown building is called Byers-Evans Women's Museum. And before I talk about the museum, I just want to tell you that Denver's first in a lot of things. Obviously, we know Denver's first in full recreational for the United States. It's first for psilocybin as a city for the United States. But it's also first for women's suffrage. Okay, I think it was like 1890s or 1893 or something like that. That women got votes passed as a constitution in Colorado, and I think it was 19th Amendment for Constitution was like 1920. 1920 it got passed the federal government. So you're going, what does that mean, George? I don't understand what you're saying. Well, it just means that, we're all participants and ambassadors in hemp, right? Whether you're doing like farming, extraction, retail, or co-packing like myself, whether you're doing, accounting, whether you're doing however you're participating in the ecosystem, we got to give thanks to the people who are tirelessly fighting in the legislatures all across the United States, all these capitals in the United States, plus, of course, in D.C. And sometimes probably, I don't know, I don't have that DNA, okay? Probably it's like a thankless job, but we continue to see progress. And I think the main thing is to have the right intent. The main thing is to have consistent and never-ending action to move where we want to be, which is obviously full green light on cannabis in the United States and eventually around the world. But the museum in the back and the suffrage movement, what I want to tell you is that I'm sure everybody who's grown up in the last 60 years or something just think, hey, people voting, women's suffrage and women's voting right, that's like preordained from God. Okay, it's just be a natural thing. We all know that more women are graduating colleges. There's a lot of smart women, or a lot of hardworking women out there, right? But for majority of the United States, majority of the United States existence, women couldn't vote. And for the majority of the existence of mankind, probably women couldn't vote, right? And there are a lot of countries, not just women can't vote, that's true, but men can't even vote. Right? There are a lot of despot type countries. So George, you're saying, well, what the hell's this got to do with cannabis? Are you telling me I got to move to Denver? No, but I'm sure the Denver government appreciates your tax dollars if you want to move out here. No, what I'm saying is this: you got to do work in your own hometown. You got to do work in your own home state, okay? And to share the right message, to be the right actor with the right intent and do the right things. And you do that, and we keep pushing and voice our opinions just consistently. Because I'm telling you, the suffrage movement did not happen with very quiet women. No, they vocalized their discontent. They vocalize why things need to be equal for them, and it took a long time. I'm sure it took over 50 years in the United States alone for a constant, never-ending push for women's suffrage. I don't think it's going to take another 50 years for cannabis laws to be federalized, and definitely not going to take 50 years for a CBD. But this is the times we're in, and every single time period of man, we just have to push. Does that make sense? We have to push because we're human beings. We have foibles. We have preconceived notions that's not totally accurate. And it takes positive, passionate actors and participants in the ecosystem to educate the legislatures. And they got a hard job, right? They got to balance bringing in things that they believe was maybe not correct. Their whole belief system wasn't correct before. So we got to change heuristics in the legislature, and we have to figure out the balance of right dosages and all these other complex items that is in the cannabinoid plant. But long story made short, we made huge strides in the United States for women's suffrage. We made huge strides in Denver for cannabis, for psilocybins was going to expand through other cities and other states around the United States and around the world. But it begins with you. It begins with your passion. It begins with you locking arms with good actors and good teammates all across your neighborhood, all across your city, all across your state, And let's do the right thing, because one day, I'm sure 50 years from now, your grandkids will go, you're telling me at one time all this stuff was illegal and we spent trillions of dollars to try to stem the tide of this thing? That makes no darn sense. Makes no darn sense, right? But we have to be the participants to make that manifestation and that dream a reality. Look forward to seeing you at another conference, and next week is Texas, right, Dallas.